All right. Welcome, everyone. Sorry for my brief delay there. Computer just being a little bit slow. But we are live and ready to go here at BrandsHatch. This is ORL's Pro-Am at GT America. Currently, as you can see, it's a wet one. It's gonna be a crazy race for sure. This is already a fairly difficult track. Go ahead and add on this heavy weather. Certainly going to make for some exciting incidents nonetheless. Also, I'll go ahead and apologize. I'm a little stuffed up. My girlfriend had a sinus infection, and I tried my best not to get it, but I ended up getting it in the end. I just realized we're on the really loud view, but currently on board with Tyler Carr. Sitting in P1. Now, I can't tell if I don't have his livery or if it's just looks like that, because I see some stuff, like decals on the side there. But regardless, I'll update sim racing, awesome sim racing right now and get it before the race. Oh, it's a new livery, but is that what it looks like? Just all black? It kind of looks like the you know, when you don't have a livery. Okay, cool. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'll just back out during the intermission before the race starts. Oh. There we go. Computer really no way. No way. I just opened a beer, like a can of beer, and it didn't like work. The tab just broke. But that's cool. You guys had uniform liveries across the board now. It'll be an exciting sight to see, I'm sure. Looking for someone else to hop on board. Let's pick on Richard. Yep. Oh no, Richard was rocking a pretty plain livery before, but it doesn't matter regardless. I'll get them. They're updating right now. We got 9 minutes to go. Man, I don't like how there's like the ghost effect behind the cars in the rain. 9 minutes to go here in qualifying. throw on autopilot since it's qualifying. I don't think there's too much to really be excited about. Here's Castro sitting in P1 right now. They're following Rowdy Burns' as rear wing. Man, it's jumping a lot. There's Stavko. That's like maybe a little too quick there. Stavko's had some good performances so far this season. Getting right up on the rear of that Ford. Or Ford, that's a Ferrari. It does look a lot like the F50. Right, that's the Ford? Yeah. Or F40, whatever it is. No, that's the Ferrari. What is the Ford one called? I can't think of it. GT something? Back to Richard, so he's moving fast. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have the timetables up. I was scrambling. I got to my computer. I got home with 10 minutes, at 8:50, so it was a rush to get things up and running in time. The GT40, there we go. I was out the F40, and then I was like, no, that's not it. Was it the GT something? I had it. It was not all as a whole. yeah, the Ferrari. I mean, I don't know which one came first. I guess the GT40 looks like the Ferrari probably, but the GT40's not in this game, but you know what I'm talking about. Hey, what are you talking about? Castro's in P2. So they're doing 129 threes. That's pretty fast for the wets. Honestly, surprised. I guess rain really is a great equalizer. Could be raining. The conditions could be more. But I believe someone did like high 129s yesterday. I didn't bring water down. All I got is this beer. He could have been. Yeah, I don't know if he might have just jumped up there because. No, Castro has been up there. Castro was up there. Stavko jumped him though. Get off this camera. We don't want this camera. Can I nix this? It doesn't help. I gotta figure out how to control autopilot. Mario Costa in the Bentley. Yeah. Schneider was fast as hell. That's what I'm saying. But truthfully, I mean, it's wet. Yeah, I guess I'm shocked to see nobody, like, the difference between the rookie and the Pro-Am in the wet in particular to be so little. Because I feel like there was quite a few of them nipping at his heels too, in the low 130s. Cryo, I'm pretty sure he had a rough outing, as I remember last week. Love that. Oh, God, that livery is sexy. Love that livery. Let's see who else we got on there. We got Diaz sitting in P3 currently. Ooh, Tyler Carr. No, Diaz just... Wait, what just happened? Diaz just moved up to P4. Tyler Carr is in P3. And Bruno Fantazzi. Sitting in P5 to round up your top 5. Man, my throat's killing me. Good thing we got the week off next week. Batista, a guy that has been very fast in seasons past, has not been able to find form this season. See him coming down the straight. That's really the only easy part on the track. Almost every corner, it's relatively high speed, and they're almost always sloped in a way that, like, it's like you're always turning downhill, basically. It's the opposite of a bank turn. There we go. They're sloped the opposite. So if a bank goes up, they go down. And you're just struggling for grip everywhere. Especially in the wet. See Batista finish out his lap there. Castro back up into P1 with a 129.2. So right now you got you guys can see the difference right there. The top 3 are separated by less than a tenth of a second. That's insane. Does this thing say rookies? Because I know I updated it. Let me check. It should say Pro-Am. Yeah. I'll update them again, just in case. But there we go. All right. Let me pull up my track map as we get ready for the intenseness of this final. Is anybody? Tyler Carr now back up into P1. So Castro, who we're on board with, did just get a lap done. I'm trying to find P3 right now. P3 isn't on the track, so gotta be thinking this is where the battle is for that P1 spot right now. Is Castro gonna be able to pull out that? He's just over a tenth of a second for that P1. Pretty good on the exit there. This was the toughest corner for me. I always overshot it. Wait, no, not that one, sorry. This next one was the one I always overshot. Oh, he gets close, but that's what you gotta do. There's like a weird, I don't know if it's metal or something, but there's some kind of mesh on the grass. Oh, as you see him lose it, he doesn't lose control, but that's definitely gonna run, oh, and into the wall. End his run for P1. Further back, we've got Alfonso, who is 4/10 down. But Diaz is still on a lap, and they are at least even on their time. Unable to improve, and that will end the session. However, guys, so your top 3 going to be Tyler Carr, Rui Castro, Jacob Stofko. and Phil Cryo rounding out those top 2 rows. I'll be right back with the grid walk.
Voices in my head know me, call me. I will be restless. Somehow they chose me. This is my nightlife. Wanna be high life. I feel so reckless. Calling them all night. I'm calling.
All right, guys. Whoop. There we go. Grid walk. Tyler Carr sitting in that P1 spot, followed by Rudy Castro in P2. I should say alongside. We got Jacob Stavko sitting in P3. Great string of races from him so far. Cryo up into that P4. Let's go, my boy Phil. Victor Diaz sitting in P5. I just updated the liveries, so Something must be going. If you're not seeing your livery, probably uploaded wrong. Fantazi in P6, Afonso in P7. Pretty nice livery on that Mustang. I'm not sure if that's a stock one or not, or a default. Game one game. Mr. Robson in P8, P9. We got Costa. Blake Morgan sitting in P10 in the McLaren. Better make sure. Yeah, we don't want to bring this down a little bit. Formato in P11, Tyler McEwen in P12, Miguel Matas sitting in P3 in the BMW, Bonus Charles in P14, Batista sitting in P15, sir, not finding the run of form I know him for. Richard in P16, decent place to start the day for sure. David Morgan sitting in P17, I think that's the brother of Blake Morgan. Shane in P18, Shane, I always mispronounce his name. P18, Dean Solomon in P19, Juan Mathis in, or Martin, sorry, in P20, Steve Sloan in 21, Andres Murillo in 22, Kyle White in 23 in that BMW. Oh my God, I'm not gonna get this done in time. Lucia Tosi in 20, oh no, we're gonna get it done just barely. But let me switch to the Helicam. Can I do that? Yeah. Adrian Vargas in P26. Rowdy Birds in 27th. Oh, no. We're not going to do it, so I'm just going to stop and jump up to Tyler Carr. And stop the gridlock. There we go. And Helicam. And there we go. All right, so good start from Tyler, but it looks like Castro trying to run the outside. Oh, but it's tough. Look, giving Stavko the inside run, and Stavko with a great, just getting on the throttle out of there. Able to sneak up into that P2 spot, moving further back. Looks like things are pretty clean. Little bumping and running going on, but no one's spinning, so it's great to see. I don't know why this won't jump. Oh, because everybody's on screen right here. Lots of battling down. Lots of side-by-sides as well. Oh, we're still on the Helicam. That's going to make it. There we go. That's way better. All right, so... Woo, doggy, look at that. That's scary going that. See, what happened to me in my race? Oh, yeah, my cat put a cord under as we got someone going off. I'm going to replay that in a second here. Messing with the cord. I picked up my pedal, or I went to pick up the, and it went under my brake pedal. I went to pick up the cord during the formation lap, went into the wall, got booted to the pits. So I missed the intense beginning lap madness where you're close driving in the wet. That's nerve-wracking as hell. Let's see how things are further up the grid. Tyler Carr, there's that livery. Let's see what you're saying about how it matches the McLaren now. Nice. So that also confirms that anybody, if you're not seeing your livery, it's uploaded incorrectly. As I did not have this one during the qualifying. I updated them during qualifying, backed out of the session and rejoined. And now I can see see Tyler Carr's. So if you don't see yours, it's because you didn't upload it correctly. It's kind of annoying. The DDS1 files are typically the issue. Cryo losing a spot off the start, but nothing major here. Things are relatively quiet here. Let's see if we can pick up one of those big accidents. So this is, who's in there? This is Bonus Charles, I believe. Being followed by Richard. Richard on the gas with a great exit there. Gonna be side by side. No. Oh. Okay, nobody, that was not one of the major ones. It'll probably just be a racing incident, nothing further. Pull up my track map, see where the close runners are. So This is kind of what it's looking. Stavko and Tyler are forming a little bit of a gap to Castro behind. Then you got Diaz and Cryo with a bit of a gap now to P6 that just kind of formed. Someone running off the line. Oh, little contact there. He definitely was entitled to that line, though. Nothing really came of it either, so I don't think there'll be anything. Maybe the driver behind will have something to say after the race. You see that GTR looking to make a move up the inside. Where's my mouse so I can cut to that? Thinks about it, but it's really tough to overtake on this track. Even tougher to do so in the wet. I really think the strategy is to put the car in front of you under pressure and let them make a mistake in the wet. These guys were right on each other. That's McGowan and Goose. McGowan, Goose, and Burns in a train there. Oh man, my mouse just died. 1 second. God damn it. Daylight coming, we wanna go home. Alright. Mouse is back. Let's see here. Ooh, Stavko running a little bit wide there. Stavko took the lead as well. Unfortunately, I did not get that. That must have happened while my mouse was dying because I pulled up my map to see what was going on. So let's see, cars number 3. Let's see if we've got any reports. Nope. So we did go off the track. Big train right here. And look at that. That is Formato all over the back of Costa in that Bentley. It's Costa goes wide, and that's what I'm talking about. You put them under pressure, they're going to make a mistake. And it's wet, and there's no runoff, so a mistake costs you lots of positions. Good battle going on up in front of these guys. You can see Formato definitely thinking he's going to get in on this action while these guys battle. It's always like great, like really encouraging thing to see as a driver. Seeing, oh, there's a battle going on ahead of me. Nice. Step on it, stay on form, and I'll be able to pick up hopefully a couple places out of this. Especially in the wet, where battles usually ended worse. You know, some spin or something. Ooh, I like these liveries too. These are nice to see battling each other. Is this a team going on? That's the, what is it? Why can't I think of it? Mobile? Is it mobile? They're both mobile. That one I think is just BMW livery, but it, I don't know. It happens to be those colors. And this is going to be Martins and Urena. Following very closely. Martin's doing a good job of just not making a mistake. Getting the spray there. Get on the throttle. Carry it through. Oh, he might be able to. No, not going to be able to do it. That Beamer is pretty quick in a straight line from what I hear now. If you get on the inside and can... he needed to commit through there. If he had slammed it down through there, he could have. You can sneak up the inside here, and then hard brake and steal that inside line pretty easily. Maybe not so easily in this division where drivers are a little more knowledgeable. Chat, where you at? Pop. Oh my god, this goddamn cord. Alright. What else we got going down in the DMs? These guys still going at it. Again, pretty tight in the back here. Well, I'm not sure what's going on with our camera there. There it is. Palace, Murillo, and White. Walk into a bar. But oh, a little poor exit there causes him to lose one, maybe two places. As you see White trying to capitalize on Fallis's mistake there, as who was that? Toki was able to. No, that's Murillo, sorry, with the acid. Tough. Oh, almost able to come back there in that BMW, Kyle White. Fallis seems to be slipping, and it's, I'd say definitely, especially in the wet, it's hard to get back into the groove. You know, if you have a mistake and get off your rhythm, it can be difficult to find that rhythm. As you can see, Kyle White all over the back of Fallis right now. Falas. I'm going to start saying Falas. Falafel. Falafel. This camera is not the best, though, so we're going to switch to the angles it's giving us. And you can see Jim McGowan creeping up into the equation here, but he's got a 15-second penalty. Looks like Falas has been able to kind of keep White at bay now, but McGowan's going to be coming into pressure. There's going to be extra pressure now for White to make the move. And looking at the track map, this is one of the closer battles we have on the grid. We've also got these two going at it right here. This is Costa and McEwen. In that watermelon BMW. Watermelon! Things being pretty quiet so far, I would say, though. Well, we've got a nice little three-layer going on. These guys have been going at it for a while now. Fantazi was in this train, but it looks like he's kind of been able to break away, so good for him. Afonso under big pressure from Komisarov in that GTR. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there. Komisarov thinks about going to the inside. Is he going to be able to get it? Get on the throttle. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be on the outside coming into this next turn. Little bit of contact there. Goes onto the mesh. Oh, and he loses the spot to Morgan, who creeps in and says, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Racing in the rain. Just very unforgiving, isn't it, bruv? Got another dubious train back here. Here we see Vargas, Burns, and Richard. See if something comes of this here. This is an interesting situation. So obviously if you're Vargas, you're just trying, you really just go as fast as you can. Burns loses it. Richard gets by, but almost gets collected, and that's how I say. And if you're Richard, you just kind of sit back and wait for these two fighting each other to make a mistake, and then you capitalize. And Richard did that very well. Let's see if he can close the gap now to Vargas ahead. "15 minutes into the race, we've got, I think, 5 till the pit window opens. Things will start getting interesting then. It does look like Richard is catching, so we'll keep an eye on this. Further ahead, we've got Morgan, who capitalized on that opportunity. It does look like Komisarov was able to get by as well. A big train there as well. You see Afonso, Formato, and Mata in the background there. Things are spicing up for second place. I'm sorry. We've got a three-way battle going on between Castro, Carr, and Diaz. And nope, that's not who I thought. That's Watermelon and the Bentley still. I think this is Richard. Yep, this is Richard. Still not able to catch up, so we'll keep an eye on up front here. See what's going on with the front runners. Stavko has pulled a gap. That's why, unfortunately, he hasn't been getting much time. Stavko's had some great performances, and for one instance or another has lost them. You know, something has gone awry. And still finished pretty well, but not as well as he should have, for sure. So would definitely like to see this for him play out to fruition. A lot of time yet. I know Castro's been known to not take tires in an attempt to make moves, and Stavko is not outside of range if Castro takes tire or doesn't take tires and Stavko does. Castro will actually jump him. So man, what happened? Where did the other two go? They just fell off the face of the planet. It's like Castro heard us talking about that gap. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get going. Here we've got Formato trying to get around Mata and secure that position. He's almost completed it. There it is. Right? Yeah, that's a BMW, not the Stang. That move's been a long time coming. Next on the list, Afonso. These guys still just running close. No one's made a mistake yet. No one's really made a move. It's really early in the race to be thinking about making moves, for sure. Especially when you can be still trying to make something happen in the pit stop. Be it go long, go short, don't take tires. But it's getting pretty close. Costa's having a couple thoughts about it for sure. Getting side by side here. Come on, computer, load faster so I can switch to the helicam. Ooh! Brave on the brakes from McEwen there, not giving it up easy. Oh, and as soon as I switch cameras, he pulls to the inside again. Having a thought about it, trying to run it up there, but struggling on the brakes in that Boatley. Dean Solomon creeping up in the background now. McEwen getting a little loose there. Oh, deep. That's got to cost him the position. Yep. And through goes Costa. That's been a very long time coming. And McEwen's work is not done yet, as Solomon in the background there has been creeping up. And it looks like he's maybe 1 or 2 laps away.
The pit is now open.
As the pit window opens up. Does look like Richard was able to get past Vargas. Richard up into 16th place. I believe that's where he started, so. Relatively quiet race for the lad. Couple of penalties popping up. 10 seconds, 15 seconds for Urena and McGowan. Couple of cars pulling into the pits. Battle back here for 24th. You've got Fallis and Lucia Tosi battling it out. Velas, I think, has been struggling a little bit this stint. Seems to be dropping down the order. With Tosi going up the inside as we come down the long straight. I know that Porsche is fast as a straight line. How's the Mustang? Mustang keeps the inside line. Is Tosi going to be able to hit the switchback? Dips it into the grass. Definitely gunning for it. A little easy on the brakes. Shows that corner maybe a little too much respect. But, you know, better safe than sorry. Another tricky zone coming up here. Closing the gap very nicely. Needs to carry her speed through this one to have any thought of it. And does an amazing job. Look at her go. Up into the 24th spot. Surely she'll shut the door coming into this corner. And she does. And you can see Bonus Charles creeping up in the background there. And it actually, he's creeping up fast. We might just stay here and see what happened, what comes of this. He's also trying to battle back. Tosi needs to step on it and get a little bit of space. Say, hey, you're not getting this place back. But it looks like they're kind of dropping Charles here. Velas really coming back. Joe. There we go. I don't feel like I'm saying penis. Joe. Really not giving it up easy. He's giving it all he's got. Show me Cooper, show me death. All right, where's Toki at? There we go. Cooper in 17th place. Let's see where he started. Started in 31st, so it must have been from the pit. So having a pretty good run. Pretty good run. Nobody really into the pits yet, except for, okay, we got a few down further down, which makes sense. That'd be why they're further down. Toki coming up to the back of Sven. Jesus, my nose just gets infinitely more stuffed. I'm gonna chug this beer, see if that helps. Elsewhere on the grid, Castro has taken the lead. All right, we've got 34, 49, and 3. Let me see if we got anything going on with these guys. Yellow flag for 34. So this is Stavko. And he had a pretty big lead. There's like 5 seconds. Last I checked. Oh, big spin there. And I'm sure we'll see Castro, yep, come through. Oh God, wouldn't that suck if that's what I had? I hope I don't have COVID. Cooper leading this train up here. Into the pits, Tyler Carr. First of the leaders to dip in. Here we go. Oh, nice move on the McLarens in the background there. I'm not sure if you guys are able to catch that. Let me get off this ridiculous helicam. Lots of action going on here. Batista trying to find a way around Diaz, but now Diaz has already pitted, so you know, he's just got to hold his own, and these guys will get out of his way. So Tyler Carr pitted from 3rd down to 14th. Keep an eye on that. '21, '22, '23, all going at it. Joe been getting a lot of screen time. Joe's been getting caught, it would seem. Maybe struggling for that race pace a little bit. Oh, and he heard me say that and just goes off the track into the bollard. Ain't that the commentator's curse? Things are relatively quiet right now. We've got these two battling out for 29th right now after their pit stop. Murillo and White. Kyle White getting close. Man, that Aston Martin is a nice looking car, though. All right, here's some more action. Cooper trying to hold back Carr, who's pitted, and Diaz, who has also pitted. Carr, knowing any second you spend behind someone further out back on the grid than you is crucial or brutal. So he's going to be trying to get through as quickly as possible. Diaz trying to all do the same, not let Carr get away from him. Well, wouldn't this make for some fun racing if we're just watching these two battle it out as they make their way up the grid the entire time? Oh my god, I can't breathe. Stavko up to P2 now, 2 seconds back from Castro. My schnoz, man. Guys, if you're watching this video, whether live with me now or later on the replay, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channels if you haven't. If you're watching on Twitch, drop a Prime sub, please. And then, of course, we've got our Patreon, multiple tiers you can show your love on there. And of course, they come with all kinds of benefits, custom liveries, coaching, entry into paid events, and more. So definitely worth checking that out. And then if you come across this video and think this looks fun, check us out on SimGrid, Odyssey Racing League. That'll have all the information you need to become a part of it. We'd love to have you. As we see Diaz really just sticking with Carr. This could make for a very exciting closer. I'm very curious to see where these guys will come out relative to Castro and Stavko. Stavko is gaining on Castro as well. Gap's now down to a second up there. I did. You know, it's so funny you say that, Don, too, because I was thinking I hadn't practiced at all, and I hopped on like 2 hours before the race to start practicing. Didn't even realize it was raining, and I was like, oh man, I should just use this as my bye round, my drop round. Ended up racing, and yeah, messed up the formation lap. Had to start from pits. Decent recovery up to 10th, and then. Unfortunately was taken out, and poor control on my part. I just, you know how it is when you get taken out, especially in the latter stages of a race, and you just start seeing red. Lost my composure, started missing braking points and stuff, and dropped back a bunch more places as a result. And I think I ended up picking a drive-through too. So definitely a race to forget. Debler, yeah, dude. The wet was brutes. The wet was brutes. I had a decent quality time, too. I was in the... I can't remember where I was. I think I was like 8, 9. Here we see these boys battling it out as they come into some traffic now. This should be exciting because Diaz really tried to make a move on... Tyler last time. So let's see if he tries to become a snack again. All right, so Tyler making quick work there of Joe. Diaz on the inside, doesn't get caught up behind him too much longer, but Tyler definitely has a gap now. And Diaz, this would be a good way for us to tell who's got the pace. See if Diaz is able to catch him up relatively quickly or not. The track really is like ice in some corners, especially because it's got so many undulations, man. It's like a mini golf green. The track is literally a slip and slide. That's the best way to describe it. Blue flag gets out of the way for both of them relatively easy. It's nice to see, but also you want to see him make it a little harder just for drama. And Diaz is caught back up, so it looks like, at least in the second part of the stint, Diaz has the pace as Tyler gives him the inside line there. Coming into this straight, there's going to be no battling back. Diaz is going to have it unless Tyler can get an awesome slipstream. Which he does, but Diaz isn't giving up the inside line. Going to make Tyler take the inside. Surprisingly, you can get a switchback there, which Tyler tries to line up, but isn't able to get on the throttle just quite smoothly enough. But definitely not making this easy. Loving to see this. Great driving from these two. So Castro has pit, and he's in 5th place. Stavko has yet to pit. Let me see if I can find him. So here's Stavko. So this is going to be huge, guys. Man, I just learned ACC Drive. Well, actually, I learned it last week. I just forgot to get it this week. But it'll tell you where you're going to come out when you take your pit stop. Oh, my God. I'm going to abuse the heck out of that. I'm sure on some tracks, you can't. But it's looking like Stavko almost has a gap. I'm not sure. Anybody know how long a pit stop takes on this track? I think it's on the shorter side, isn't it? Very few cars left to pit. Only 3.5 minutes left in that window, so 2 laps, really 1 lap. Stavko probably gotta be thinking Stavko's coming in. He's not gonna have time for 2 laps. Stavko's got to be coming in this lap. We're gonna stick on him. Let's see what happens. There's Richard going off in the foreground there. We saw that, Richard. Richard chat says we love you. Stavko, as expected, into the pits. Oh, Bessie. Make sure to slow the car down enough. Isn't there a pit lane cam? All right, so let's see. We're looking for Castro, who is right here. Just started Sector 3. Okay, okay. So I think Stavko's got it. Stavko's on the move already. I think he's going to be well clear. Castro's just coming down the start-finish straight. Stavko's getting up to speed. Well done, Stavko, to retake the lead. Oh, it's Stavko 30! Stavko 30! For Stavko. Oh, man, talk about sad right now. What a play from Stavko. Oh, my God. Not sure where. He must have got it when he exited the pits because he definitely made sure he didn't do it coming in. Wow, that's absolutely gutting. And that, guys, is basically how his season has gone to this point, every race. Put in fantastic drives and makes an absolutely a mistake in one way or another that costs him. That's what I'm thinking. It is a tough one to... I'm not going to lie, it's hard to tell where the actual line is at this one, this exit. So with that, Castro is going to be a race leader, and he is 5 seconds clear of Diaz.
The pit window is closing now.
Stop goes in the pits, serving that stop go 30 right now, but oh man. I want to cry for him, I'm not going to lie. All right, now speaking of crying, what happened? All right, Richard is car 66. There's a yellow flag. Oh, he got taken out. There's another yellow flag further back. There's an accident with him, so we'll figure out what happened. And he's been going off quite a bit, but here's his accident. Let's see if it was, I say his accident. The accident he was involved in, not sure if it's his fault yet. Being that he's the car in front, unlikely. Oof. Yep, so not Richard's fault. But definitely painful. Now I'm curious, who was the one person that hadn't gotten their pits? Where'd they go? Did they get it? Andre. They did get their stop done in time. Wow. Really putting it down to the wire there. Alright, let's get off this helicam. And find some on-track action. Not much of it to be had so far. Here we go, 22 and 23. Batista and Goose. Wait, it releases itself on exit, or is that like a thing? You can just turn it. Poor Stavko. Oh, so that's just like a setting, huh? What? Oh, I am so coming back with a vengeance. This has not been a season I'd care to remember, but I will get promoted yet. Just you wait. I'll be racing with you guys one day in the Pro-Ams. Definitely not this season, though, or next season. Elsewhere on track, nothing. Nothing. Batista has caught up to Toki and Charles, though. Oh yeah, no. When I was like practicing a lot, I was putting times really close to like the higher AMs and lower pros, but it's like the first half of summer, so I'm been playing golf and stuff. And once I get a little bit a little bump action there, oh, that's got to be something. We'll see what the stewards have to say about that. Cooper gets taken out there. It's tough to go sit in front of the computer when I could be go playing golf or disc golf or something. Then comes race day and I'm like, shit, I haven't practiced at all. Come on, guys, give me something. Give me something. Cryo. Trying to keep that fourth spot from Fantazi. Diaz has been on a tear. He's just under 2 seconds off the lead now. And he was coming from way back with Carr. He got around Carr and has now left Carr almost 4 seconds in his rear. Cryo under big pressure from Fantazi as they come up on a blue flag here. They both navigate around Joe pretty easily. Oh, and Fantazi sends it sideways down turn 3. And that's the end of Phil's pressure. Under pressure. And then we'll put Fantazi under pressure from Komisarov, who's having a great race in that GTR. Tenth and 11th getting in it. David, Morgan, and Alfonso. I feel that. This seat time is tough. Plus, man, now I'm getting older. It's like, I used to be able to stay up till like 4 a.m. No problem. Like, if I'm not getting seat time, I'll just stay up late and get it. But I get tired, man. Stay up to like 1 a.m. no problem. But to be fair, I'm usually so stoned I don't feel like putting in that energy at that late at night. Got a little bit of a train forming up here. As we see P1 come into the back of this train as well. With P2 close behind, how quickly they both are able to navigate this could make things a bit interesting. So Castro gets past Batista pretty easily. And Diaz isn't able to catch up to him. What's up? Someone to talk to. That's Solomon looking up the inside there. Ugh. Nice move. I mean, we're following the leader here, but nice move from those blue flags racing each other. Wow, blue flagged. Guys, who should we hop on board with? It's relatively quiet right now. This is 20 and 21 all over each other. It is. Batista going up the inside. He's going to have the inside line coming into this quarter. He's going to have the move done before then. Nicely done there. Bonus. Like, well, Castro, we were just following Castro. He's up in P1. He's still got Diaz is coming, but he's not coming fast enough. Who was the other one we said? Charles. Charles is further back. He's been making some moves, making some mistakes. It's in a big battle with Batista right now. Morgan and Mata battle. All right, here's Mata. That's Toki off. Here's Morgan, who's got Fantazi. I think he got around Fantazi, actually, yeah, because Fantazi was behind Cryo for a while there. Mata making a place, but I think it's because someone went off. Yeah, Fermato went off. Let's get a replay here. Must be turn one. Throttle. Yep. Oh, that's tough. That happened to me. It didn't happen once during practice, and it happened to me in the race. And I was like, wow. right, we've got 6 minutes left. Diaz is just over a second away. Unfortunately, there's no DRS or push to pass. However, there is still, once you get within that second, it really things start to get juicy, and I don't know what it is, but when you're in that zone, you can really find the time pretty easily. Other Morgan. Quickly now, that's David. There he is. Twitch bits for a 5-second penalty. Who was this? Durasso was asking about that. Durasso, is that you? There's Morgan and Alfonso. As soon as the gap to P1 gets closer than this, though, I'm jumping over there. Relatively quiet right now. Morgan just trying to find those last few tenths. He's only 7 tenths away. Could be a bad corner for Alfonso. Julius Tan. Oh, that's who someone to talk to is. Yeah, that was gonna be my next guess. Was if you were, yeah, was Julius. For a second, I thought you were telling me to find Julius Tan in the race. I was like, Julius is racing? No, this is Patrick. All right, back to young Morgan. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Four minutes left, guys. Both the Morgans are in battle right now. Blake Morgan under pressure from Fantazi. Woo! Fantazi getting real close to losing it there. Now he's got a little bit of breathing room. Jump back to the other Morgan. About the same gap. Jump up to the leaders here. It's inside of a second. This is the closest it's been. Coming up on the blue flag of Lucia Tosi, who's been having a great race. Man, this is really allowing Diaz to get right up on the back of Castro with 2.5 minutes left, guys. It could come down to here. Castro knows he's got to get clear of Tosi quickly. Diaz is not going to let him out of his sights, though. Tosi, great awareness. Oh, that could be big as Castro tries to get out of the way of McGowan. It allows Diaz to get the better exit. Almost able to come up the inside there, but not quite. It's gonna compromise his exit into that corner too. I'm with you. I'm expecting Castro to walk away with this, but Diaz, I'm a fan of an underdog story, and Diaz has came from a long way back, folks. a long way back. And I don't know, he's looking good. He's looking good. I mean, he came with Tyler, and Tyler's almost 8 seconds behind them now. Let's see, we've got halfway through the track, so we'll get one more lap in. It's all down to this for the top spot, folks. The final lap and a half. Diaz v. Castro. Castro has been an absolute unit. A goddamn machine. Similar, especially being that Clayton's not here. An absolute machine. But Diaz, with just an amazing performance this race, coming from, where did he start even?
And leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Diaz started in third, so didn't start very far back. Oh no, he started in fifth. Oh, and there he is! Diaz up the inside as Castro makes a mistake on turn one. Diaz takes the position, and now he's just got to hold on for the final few corners. You can see Castro absolutely gutted, trying to get it back in squirrely, and I know Castro is one to not take tires at the pit stop. This would be a story. This would be a race. Diaz on a vastly different strategy, had a lot of traffic to come through to get back here. Now leading the race for the final lap. He's only got 2 more corners to go now. Surely it's going to be locked into him. It's Castro falling back a little bit now even. And there you have it, folks. Oh, Castro going deep. Could it be? What a race. Diaz takes first place. Castro crosses the line in second place. Coming across the line, third place, Tyler Carr. And 30th, Jim McGowan. Fourth place, Phil Cryle with, I believe, his best finish of the season. Well done, Phil. Blake Morgan in 5th. Fantazi in 6th. Komisarov in 7th. You've got Stavko crossing the line. Oh, no, Mata in 8th place. Sorry, that's Stavko with the fastest lap. Afonso in 9th. 10th place will be Formato. There's 11th of the other Morgan. In 13th place, we'll have Costa. Stavko. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Hopefully, he'll get it next time. In 14th place. 29th is Joe, who's just acting a fool. Solomon crossed the line there as well at the same time. And bringing out the rear here, well, not the rear, but in 16th and 17th place, we've got Burns and Urena battling it to the end, but it's going to be Burns on top here, finishing in 15th place, and Urena in 16th place. Fastest lap to Stavko, who unfortunately just couldn't get the pit stop right with that stop and go 30. And it was an exciting ass race, let me tell you. But we will see you. Actually, not next week, because we are... Whoop, I've got the wrong thing up here. We are off next week, so we will see you... Let me go here. And turn the music down so you can hear me. 2 weeks' time. But we do have the Europe division racing on Sunday at, I believe, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So stop by and check that out. The other 2 races this week have been exciting, so I'm sure that one will be as well. As always, thank you guys so much for making this possible. The viewers, the racers, the stewards. Big shout out to the stewards always. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'd stop and chit chat a little bit more, but I am so stuff up. It's hard to talk and breathe, so I gotta go get some rest. So it's Nate Start from Pitts Schreiber. I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.